This is Ava's Menace and Groan and Restriction and Constraints. A two-part special move which is a very important part of playing Ava. Not only is it a great combo move, but it also gives you a great knockdown, being very easy to finish the combos, which gives you plenty of time to go on your offense, because upon hitting it, you can go into Jealous Rage mode and start your offense from the knockdown. A very important tool. And since this move is so easy to put into your combos, there's a very powerful technique you can also sneak into there, known as Kara canceling into Super. This is also very powerful because this lets you go into Rage mode immediately. And that's what we're here to talk about today for this video. We're going to be talking about the Kara cancel into Super to maximize your damage and get the most value out of your special. That being said, let's get into it. So the most important thing to know about when you're trying to go for Kara cancels is understanding how you're inputting your special moves and what you're canceling into. So, for example, in this case, since we're going to be Kara canceling the second part of Menace and Groan in the Super, it is very important to take note of what the inputs of Menace Groan are. The first part being a 2-3-6-S or slash, and the second part being simply a hold forward and press slash again after the first part comes out. This is very important to know about because the second part of this move has you holding forward, and if I go over here to my command list, the Super to be canceling into, the law is key, king is king, has you holding forward, and then going back and then forward like any other of the, well, not any other, but most of the Supers inside this game. So you're already holding the forward motion for this move. And what's even better about this is that since they're using different buttons, for example, Menace and Groan using the slash button, and the Super using the heavy slash button, it makes it pretty easy to Kara cancel into since the buttons are next to each other, being slash and heavy slash, which is very handy. So for example, if I were to use this in a combo, it looks something like this. That's our starter, there's just normal buttons. However, then we want to combo into our special, and we hit the special, so now after we hit the special, we want to do a Kara cancel into Super. So what you're gonna do here is you're going to hit, and then as you're doing the second part, as you can see there, that's how it looks like if you get the special out. However, if you hit the two buttons fast enough, my finger slipped, it'll look like that. It'll look like that. The key thing about this is that you have to hit slash and heavy slash nearly at the same time. You want to hit slash first because you're getting the startup of your special move first, since you're canceling out of that into your heavy slash. So just make sure that when you're doing this, you're hitting the slash input first and then heavy slash. Outside of that though, you just want to do the motion for the Super out of your special. By doing this, you should get a Super basically every single time, when otherwise it would be impossible. Because, for example, if I were to do this, you get the OTG version of the Super if you don't Kara cancel it, which obviously doesn't really do anything, so that's a complete waste of meter. So it may take a little bit of practice to get down, but trust me, it'll be more than worth your trouble, because this is going to open up your damage quite a bit. It's going to give you a lot of extra damage because you're basically doing every single one of your combos by adding in the first part of your Rekka, which is also very important for normal Ava because normal Ava is very slow, so throwing this into your combos is going to be very, very handy overall. This technique is going to be particularly helpful when it comes to breaking the wall because kind of a notorious Ava problem for like newer players is that sometimes you find you have to break the wall and enter into the next phase in normal mode, which is obviously unideal. However, with this technique, you'll be very much able to cancel into your Supers a lot easier, give you a hard knockdown, good damage, and also leave you in Jealous Rage mode. As you can see, I just did a simple combo there, and I ended up with full Rage meter, already active and already ready to go, and with a hard knockdown. Very, very handy stuff. This isn't only... Okay, one second. This isn't only a technique to be used in normal mode, however, as well, because when you're in Rage mode, you want to maximize damage as much as possible since it's a limited resource. And when you're in Rage mode, obviously, if you Kara cancel into your Super, you're getting the full power version Super every single time. As you can see, that was a pretty simple combo, and it did well about 3/3 of Soul's health. And Soul's not a frail character, so comboing into the super, especially card canceling into the super to get maximum damage out of it, is gonna really drain people's life bar very, very fast. Ava's a very hard-hitting character, and optimizing this technique into your game playing is gonna be very handy, because once again, as I mentioned before, Menace and Groan, it's a pretty good move just to throw out, honestly. It's only -2 on block, so even though Soul has a free framer in his 5k, even he cannot get a true punish on this if you actually hold block after doing it. So, very powerful stuff indeed. Also, it should be noted, even though I haven't really found any practical applications for it, you are also able to card cancel into her projectile super as well. Although, like I said before, I haven't really found too many practical applications for this, so maybe something to be experimented with. If you find anything, let me know. It's interesting, but I don't know if there's going to be too many uses for this compared to the other super. But it's something I thought I should mention nonetheless, since it's something that's technically possible. With that being said, I think I've kind of shared all I want to talk about. This technique is a very powerful technique, and I feel like others are really starting to pick it up and learn it, but I thought I'd make a video on it regardless for 2 reasons. One, I got a YouTube comment who recommended me make a video about it, and I always appreciate people who comment on my videos, so I thought, you know what? That's probably a pretty good idea. I'll do just that. So thank you for that. And the other reason I want to talk about it is because it leads to some very, very freaking cool combos you can do. So I think we'll end off this video doing a double super combo that I'm pretty fond of. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And that being said, I'll end off with a cool combo that I'm very fond of.